Good morning, everyone. We are going live for another Soul Care Live class, and I'm grateful that you're here. Hi, Laura. Mariella is here. Anna, thank you for being here. I am going to invite you, Mariella. Hi, dear Mariella. Thanks so much for being here with us today and with me and the team in the technical bits on the background. Thank you so much for for being here, sharing your time with us. Everybody watching, I see Desiree, Anna, I saw Laura. Thank you, everyone, for being here. Today we'll be doing another Soul Care Live class, and our teacher and expert today is Mariella, and I'm so grateful for her agreeing to hop on. And I will introduce Mariella in a bit. But I just want to say to you, everybody watching this now, or when you watch this back later, I'm so grateful that you take this time out of your busy schedules to join us. And if you have any questions afterwards, or just right now when you're joining us live, down below in the chat box, you can type any question you like, or a comment if you want to join the conversation, or if you want to ask something to Mariella or me. You are so welcome. And no question is crazy. Every question is welcome. So you are, we are grateful that you even dare to ask them, because it takes a lot of courage and bravery to ask your questions. So with that, I'd like to dive into today's topic, which is how to... Wait, let me check that if I say it right. I'm just going to check it with Mariella. It is all about how to dare to grow into your dream, but also really live it. And I think you pronounced it in a different way. So I'm going to go to you in a sec to check what it is to you, this topic, what it means to you. And maybe you can pronounce it in the way that, feels closer to your heart. And before doing that, I just love to say to everybody here and to you, what a beautiful soul you are, as I have come to know you. We've worked together. You stepped into our course, Soulful Business Creation Secrets, with us, and you've been with us in the mastermind lately. But apart from that, I got to know you on a heart level, as it feels to me, and I'm grateful for you in my life, and you're such a beautiful being and such a strong, beautiful soul. And as I know, is that you started out, when you started your business, as a virtual assistant, but in these past years, you've had so much experience already before you started, and I think it's so beautiful to see you grow and transform into this beautiful, beautiful, radiant being you are. And what I've seen you do is you have so much more than you actually sometimes thought yourself. You are really a really strong business owner, and you have a background in business as well. So you have such a strong foundation to help your clients. So it's so much broader what you do. You help businesses really transform. You have the gift of kind of being the glue between the elements of all their projects and ideas. And because of your business background, you are such a great support, such a great coach. In that sense, I don't know if you call yourself coach, but to me, it feels like you are such an amazing manager. You also, I think you really love the community managing part as well. You're amazing with groups. So, I think there's so much that you've got to do here, and guiding all these business owners as you are yourself. But you come from such big experience. You really help them reach these new levels in their growth. And hey, Faden, hey, Jess, grateful for you being here, and Lala and Laura. I just want to say to you, Mariella, thanks so much for being here. Thank you for sharing your gifts with this world and standing up as a true leader. You really are a special one, and I'm grateful for you daring to stand in your strength, because this world really needs people like you. So that's about the introduction. Did I leave out anything maybe? And today's topic is it? Could you maybe repeat it for us?
Well, actually, I started to live my dream, and in that case, I started to grow like a human being, and also in my company and for my company. So that's what I meant with the title I sent you.
I love that. So it's how to live. Just to repeat it for everybody listening today, could you repeat the sentence of how to?
It's how to grow and still at the same point live your dream.
I love that. So how to also live the lifestyle of being in expansion, of living that dream, and how to move forward in that space that you create. I think you are the teacher for that. So I just, is there anything that you'd like to start with today? Like to share something before I dive into some questions and before we get this conversation going? Is there anything that you'd like to start?
Well, actually, I think it's important that everybody knows that it all starts with a dream, and then you start to discover for yourself what the dream is. You want it to grow eventually to success, but it all starts to work for yourself, or just not to work for yourself, because maybe there's also other dreams that you can do in a company. But I think it's all important that you start to realize that you can make your dream come true.
I love that. Yes.
I love that.
So could you maybe share with us what it means to you, like how your journey started to really believe in that?
Well, actually, it started when we need to work from home, and I realized that there's so much more than just go to office from 8 till 5 and do that every week for the days that you work. And then I started to think, maybe I can also get my own terms and work from the projects that I like, and not only what I have to do.
Yes. So I don't know if it feels safe for you to do that, so you don't have to, of course. But what lows have you been in life to help you build that confidence, build that strength, inner strength that is needed for such a big shift like that?
Actually,
relate to that, and I can share some of my own as well if you want.
You need to realize, and you need to actually tell to yourself that when you discover something you don't like, there is a reason that you know that for yourself. You don't need to hide. You have to tell yourself that you need to go deeper in that and ask yourself, why is this happening to me? I had a few times when I was working in a job, after I think 6 months, sometimes a year, I was like, do I want this for the rest of my life? Or maybe it's not meant to be for me. And then if you had that a couple of times, then there's some point that you think, I can do nothing. I just need to sit home inside and don't come outside anymore. And from that point, I started to think, no, that's not possible. You cannot sit inside for your whole life. So you have to go out there and see what's there for you.
Yeah. Yes. Thank you so much for sharing that and being so real about it. I feel I can connect to that as well. Sometimes we hit some roadblocks, but We don't often realize it when we're in the middle of it, but it can be really painful roadblocks, or it can be pretty disturbing feelings when you're stuck in that job that you feel this is not going to be it. But I've been hopping jobs for 6 times already. Like, when is this going to end? I've been there too, and sometimes even feeling like a failure in that sense, because I just wasn't able to live the life the way that maybe the society or my parents maybe wanted me to live, or maybe my boss wanted me to live, because you just grow into a business foundation of someone else's dream. And sometimes these businesses, have some different types of missions and visions than we have in our own hearts for life. And it seems like when you see these entrepreneurs being successful, we sometimes forget that it all, for them as well, it all started at this lower point of, being there, really, like you said, questioning yourself, like, oh, I feel I'm not happy. This is not the way I want to live my life forever. And just allowing yourself to feel that and really question yourself, just like you said. That is such a big gift you can give to yourself, to question that. Thank you for sharing that. Is there anything else that you maybe want to add to that?
Well, actually, when you start to realize it and you start to feel it and you start to build actually your way back up, then you see that other things also come around, and your friends come around, and your family come around, and and sometimes people tell you, I think you feel better now. You are more like you have to be, and you were like a child or something like that.
Yeah. Yes. Like,
Yes.
And then you know you are doing the right thing.
Exactly.
I love that. So once you start the journey, once you dare to kind of break through the walls or our own placed ceilings, often
and fears,
and fears to lose family,
all these fears, we all have them. It's really important. And then once we dare to take these steps past those fears and expand beyond, you often see that family comes around, or the people that are meant to be in your life, and that is such an amazing gift also to give to yourself when you broke through it and you realize that from there on, people that can actually really appreciate you being so brave to take that step, because in many cases you're actually an example for them, that they can create that too. But also, like you said, once you take the journey, you really start to see these little gifts, like, hey, I'm on the right track. Hey, I'm on the right track. Of course, life is still hard sometimes. Of course, life is still hard. You grow in the confidence because you can feel. You grow in the confidence because you can. I don't know. I call that sometimes being guided. For some people, that's maybe too much universal woo-woo, but maybe in a way we are guided, right? And if you dare to trust that, if you dare to trust your intuition, and that is something we all have, even if you don't believe in the woo-woo part, like, you will get the gifts of saying, I am on the right track. Hey, people are being served by my dream because I can help them. Hey, I am. So how did you, what did you discover on that journey? How did you grow that confidence when for some people listening to me or later, it might be that they're still on the journey, but find it hard to really trust those signs that they're on the right track. So what do you do to still on the journey, but find it, trust those signs?
I should also keep listening to yourself, and from time to time look back and see what you did and which baby steps you take, because you don't have to take the big steps, you can take the baby steps, and then sometimes you enjoy it more and you realize more what you're doing, and then you can be grateful for that, and from that feeling you can start to look at different or other points you want to realize, and
different or other
So
choices
actually,
once you realize
the
that.
biggest
So actually,
advice I have is take the baby steps and do not
the
take the big
biggest
steps, because big steps make you
advice I have
pass a
is
lot of
big
things you didn't see
big
or
steps
just
make
missed because you were going too
just missed
fast.
because you were going too fast.
Yes, this
Yes,
is
this
the
is
biggest.
the biggest.
Yes, thank you for
Yeah,
sharing this
thank you for
advice
sharing this
and for reminding me as well,
for
and
reminding
for
me
sharing
as
this
well.
with the
And
listeners
for
today on
sharing
the podcast or here on
with the
Instagram
listeners
Live.
today on the podcast or
Thank
here
you
on
so
Instagram
much,
Live.
Marielle, for pointing this out.
Thank you so much
I totally
for
resonate with it,
pointing this out.
wanting to go
I totally
pretty
resonate
fast
with it, wanting
sometimes.
to go
Um,
pretty fast sometimes.
when we take the big steps,
Um,
sometimes the big leaps are so important.
You know, when we take the
But in
big
order
step,
to get to the big
sometimes
leap,
the
we
big leap,
really
get to
have
the
to
big
take
leap,
the
we
big step
really have to
in
take
order
the
to
big
not
step.
forget anything,
In
but
order
also
to
to
not
not
forget
forget
anything, but
ourselves.
also to not forget ourselves.
Because with big leaps,
Because
sometimes
with big
we
leaps,
tend to
sometimes
forget ourselves, and
we
for
forget
ourselves,
ourselves,
we
and
need
for
the big
ourselves, we
steps.
need big steps.
This is so true. Thank you.
This is so true.
Would you be okay with sharing with
Would you
us?
be okay with sharing with us?
How you maybe these past years.
How you
get to
past years. How did you
prioritize your
get
health
to
and your dreams?
prioritize your health and your dreams?
Well, how did you learn to do
Yeah,
that
how
on your
did you
entrepreneurial
learn to
journey
do
and
that
maybe
on your
the years before as
journey and
well?
maybe
Like
the years before as well?
how
Like
or what happened
how
that
or what
made you
happened that
give
made
this
you give this
insight suddenly to
insight
really
suddenly to really
want to life this
want
way?
to live it life?
Actually, by
Well,
running
actually,
and running
by
harder and running
running
more
and
harder
harder
and realizing that you cannot
and
do this for the rest of your life.
do this for the rest
And
of your life.
during the
And
years, the children came by, and
here's the
you need time for them. You need big
you need time
time frames for them because they cannot
time
do anything
frames
for
for that
themselves in the
because they
beginning.
cannot do
So
anything.
by starting to do more and more and more and
So by
wanting to
starting
do
to do
anything
more and more and
good
more
for
and
other people. So, and at some
wanting
point there was
want to do anything
a voice in my head that said,
for other
"Stop!
people. So
You cannot keep doing this because you're forgetting
and at some
yourself.
point
And actually you're doing
a voice in my head that says,
everything half,
you cannot keep
not
doing
finishing anything. Just in your head,
everything
it's
half,
also
not
going
finishing
a little bit
anything.
wrong. Then you have to
In your
kind of
head, it's also
feel
going a
bad
little
for
bit wrong. Then
choosing
you have
no.
kind
I cannot do
of
anything extra.
choosing no,
And
I cannot do
then I
anything
started to realize you have
extra.
to
And
let
then I
everything
started
down
to
now and
realize you
then
have to
pick up what is really
let
important to
everything
you.
down
And then every time you
now,
think,
and
okay, I can do something else or I
then
can add something, then
it's
just add
really important
something.
to you. And then every time you
And that
think,
was actually before I
okay, I can do
started to
something
realize
else
that
or I
I
can
wanted
add something,
to
and just add something.
live my own dream as a company.
And that was actually before I
So I
started.
first built my private life like I wanted, and then
I first built
started
my
to
private
think,
life like I wanted,
maybe I
and
can
then
also do this for
started
my
to,
business time, for my
maybe I can also do this
days
for
that I
my
have to
business
work
time,
or I
for my
need to work or I want
days
to
that I
work
have to
actually.
work, or I need to work, I want to work actually.
So actually first try
So
to
actually,
organize in your
first
head what's important
try
for
to
you in
organize
your private life and then
important for you in your
start
private
your
life, and
business
then
because then you
start
have the rest to start your
your
business
business.
and you are not rushing anymore.
Then you have the rest to start
I
your
love
business.
that
You're not
advice.
rushing.
I love that so much.
I love that advice. I love that so much.
And I resonate with it. Thank you for
I
being so
resonate
real
with it.
too, because
So
what I hear
real.
you say, there was a time in your life
But I
where
hear you
you were running
say there was a
and
time
going
like
really
where
fast,
you
forgetting
were
yourself,
running,
full head, probably your
going
health,
really fast,
your body,
getting yourself
everything in you screamed, okay, you need to
full
stop
head,
doing this.
probably your health,
So sometimes
your
it
body,
takes
everything in you.
for us human beings,
Stop
like
doing
losing our health, or at least
it. So sometimes
not
it takes
maybe for everybody that's
for
in
us
a different sense, right? But it
in a
can
different sense.
take at least losing the
At least losing
the ability to take for granted sometimes our health and our happiness. And once we're into the kind of the deep cuts or holes of health, of our minds, of our hearts,
health,
that is when we kind of
of
get a
our
sign that we
minds, of
cannot
our
do it
hearts.
any longer the way we were
That
doing
is when we kind of we cannot do it any
And I
longer.
love how you say that, because I believe that too. Like,
because I believe that too. Like,
um, when I
when
get
I
our clients,
when I
for
get
example,
clients,
I love
I love
to
to
show them that there
show
is a
them that
way
there
to
is a way to
prioritize health.
prioritize
Put health first,
health,
because it's the most important one.
first. Because the
And
most
you
important
kind of, what
one,
you say is similar. Like
and
you
like
start with your
kind of
private life. You
is
start
similar,
with
like
you,
you start with your private life,
and from there
you,
on, with little steps,
and
you
from there
build that
on,
outwards. And
build that
from that
outwards.
place, you can
And
also start
from
building
that
that
phase,
business
you
outwards.
can also start
Once
building a
you've
business outwards.
implemented the
You've
steps needed to prioritize health
implemented
here for
the
yourself and
steps
private
needed
life
to
and your loved ones, and then your business as well, or then your clients. And I think that's such a strong message that you share there. Thank you for doing that.
Thank you for
Yes, if it's okay with you, I'd love to kind of maybe dive into for people listening, dive into what would you say now that you've been through the lows? Well, you know where you come from. You walk your talk. So now that your business is running, you're helping your clients, and helping them build communities, and you help them really expand their projects. You're doing amazing. So now that you're on this path, after implementing all these steps and going from lows into new highs, what would you now say? That you really feel is your purpose, your mission here on Earth. How would you define that?
Maybe it's in general it's helping other entrepreneurs, maybe also companies, to get the project done that they have to do for themselves, or they planned actually, but don't have enough people to work with it. But also, I think I look for myself that if I have the connection with the project, if I feel like it's for me, and I first start to feel if I like to work with the people in the company, but I also look at the projects that they are doing, and if they have a connection with what I think is important for life.
Yes, exactly. So what is it that?
Yes, exactly. So
what is it that you think is important for life, for in your life, and also for teaching your clients and finding projects that fit you? Like, what is that mission? What is your why?
What is that mission?
I look for safety. I think it's important for people, and I think also security, but also the people who would like to grow with their project.
So you help them grow, you help them expand.
So you help them grow,
and do that from a safety and security.
From a place.
Yes, but also I work now for a company that provides kind of the safety project. So I think that's also nice to look there and see what they are doing to keep the people in general safe. They look at the risks and they just analyze it and try to get as many events possible with the safety in general there. So I think it's also important to to be a part of that.
I think that's so beautiful. And it sounds like you have such a big to also be part of that is part of what you have to give here, right? So to do that alongside people and really guide them on that journey, that's such a big gift that you have there that you're doing. I think it's beautiful. And would it be okay if I ask you?
Would it be okay if I ask
for people listening now or later? When you started with
when you started
with us and the SBCS course, Soulful Business Creation Secrets, and diving into the journey. Where did you start? Or where did you start? And I'd love to know, why did you say yes to me and to us?
Actually, I was looking a little bit for I did know that I want to start my own business, and I did know I want to help other companies and entrepreneurs starting their business or just actually um, fulfilling their project. But I really didn't know who I wanted to help, and I didn't know what I wanted to do. I was like, you're a planner, you're did customer service. Do you still want this, or do you need something else? Or actually, I was a little bit looking for the niche in the market one. I think for me.
Something that would fit you
Something
and,
that
and the
would fit
niche
you
and the
and
direction,
Mhm.
really.
the direction, really.
So what was
And
it in you
so
know
what was it in
in getting to know
in
me when we
getting to
were
know
we were on
me when we
calls
were
and
goals
we were
and
connected?
we were
So what was
connected?
it that
So what was
that
it
made you
that
say yes and that
made
you
you say
thought
yes
I
and
could
that you
find
could,
that here with Felina
find that
and her
here
team?
with Lina and
I think also the connection with you. I think you need the connection, and you need someone that understands you and that hits the right things and signs inside of your body that makes you realize that you have to start with this. I think it's more a feeling than I can describe it actually. Really.
I love it. Thank you. It's a
I love
gift
it.
already
Thank you.
that you say
Gift
that.
already.
So no worries. Sometimes for
No
feelings there
worries.
are no words.
Some
No.
feelings there are no words.
Thank you
And that's
for
enough.
saying that there. So
Thank you for saying
would you say that
there.
starting off and then in
Would
the
you say
mastermind
that
groups you've joined, would you say that you've
you
got to some
results
results and what
and
I know some of them, I know most of them, but
most of
for
them,
people
but
listening, like what were the results
what
and
were
what
the
things
results and what
are you proud of now
are you
that
proud of now that
now that you've joined?
I think
now that
actually
you've
also
joined?
feeling that there's a lot of people who start their business that have the same feelings, and you can just you're not alone in the whole field, and that makes you realize that you can do it together, and if you do it together, then um, you get where you want to be.
I love that.
And it takes maybe it's not in a month and it's not in a year, but maybe it's in 5 years, but that's also okay if you keep seeing the growth. And
Yeah, I love that so much, and you're so right. There's
I love
it
that
will
so
take a
much.
couple of
You're so
years
right.
in that
There's
journey of growth and in
a
business
couple of
growth,
years
and there are so many
journey of growth
entrepreneurs
and
that we often
there are
do
so many
start off
entrepreneurs that
ourselves
we
and have all
often
these
do
thoughts
start up
about
ourselves and have all these
is
thoughts
this supposed to
about
go this way?
it's supposed to go
And
this way.
us entrepreneurial souls, I believe,
And us
are a
entrepreneurial
pretty
souls, I believe,
unique
are
kind
unique
in this society.
in
Often
this society.
the bit more
Often
creative,
the
going outside,
going
coloring
outside,
outside the lines kind of
exploring
types.
the lines
And
inside. And,
we some of us
we
are a bit of a
some of us
loner,
are a
thinking
bit
we
of
can
a
do
loner, thinking
many
we
things
can do many things
on ourselves, right? And I love how you say that you found kind of
I love
community,
that you found community, you found
sharing the thoughts so that you're not
sharing the
alone,
thoughts,
sharing the feels, because you never are alone, and we do all that together, and no thought or question is weird because we all have them.
and in the beginning, you think I have to do everything by myself, and then slowly you start to realize that you cannot do anything by yourself, so you have to let other people help you. And that's how I think everybody starts from that point that they think, okay, I start my own business, so I have to do everything by myself. And at some point, you know that that isn't possible. And from that point, I started to, I think, grow more because then you admit to yourself that you don't have to do that.
Yes, and let's just say,
Yes,
how
and
did you grow?
let's
I mean, girl,
how
you
did you
grew
grow?
like
I mean,
you
girl,
went
you
so
you
fast.
grew like you went so
I
fast.
don't know if that's okay for you. Maybe you can
I don't know
share
if
it
that's the
yourself,
truth.
but what I've
Maybe
seen
you
you
can
do
share it
is
yourself. But what
starting
I've seen you do is
out,
starting
kind of juggling all the projects
juggling all the projects,
what direction to go.
what direction to go.
But kind of once you got the certainty,
But kind of once you got the
you went fast, woman.
you went
suddenly
fast.
went from
You suddenly went from
maybe one client to fully booked. I mean, your agenda was suddenly full with hours filled.
I mean,
wow, that is
wow,
amazing.
that is amazing.
Could you maybe share with us how that went, or what it's like for you now?
Well, in the beginning, and actually still after 6 months, I was a little bit struggling. How do I get? How do I show myself to do it? Do I want this to take a lot of time? Because and then I was not. I was like, maybe I have to update my LinkedIn profile a little bit. And I found some things there open to work, and you could show it on your profile. And I did it, and like 3 hours after that, half of my agenda was full. It was a little bit strange feeling as well, but it was like that. And then you start to realize, okay, now I have something, and then I can start to build. And then the train is going, and then it comes to you.
I love
I
that.
love that. That's
Big
such a
shift
big
there.
shift there that
Now it comes to you.
now it comes to you instead of you
run.
having to grab or run behind.
And it feels also more natural if it comes to
And that
you.
says
If you start to reach out, then it still feels like you want someone to hire you, and not like somebody wants to hire you.
Yeah. You point out such a profound part here. In the old programming,
in the old
us
programming,
people still working for a fixed job, or for a fixed contract.
I mean,
we are programmed in society.
We are programmed in society.
That is the way you need to go find yourself. This is how we're raised, right? At least our generations, before us, or
maybe future generations.
I think everybody still is. If you go to university or you go to some kind of education, you finish and you look for a job.
Yes, we're kind of educated to become a good employer. That's what we're
educated to become a good employer.
So that is why our minds
That's what
are
you're educated to grow
into
new
ways and
allowance
things come to us, because we're so used to,
we're trained to
go after
things.
And so profound that you learn that
you got to learn that in that period of time. Really.
That says a lot about how far you are.
That says a lot about how far you are in life.
And aligned you are too. That is beautiful.
That is beautiful. That really is.
And I'm just feeling like. What would you say would be?
What would you say?
One of the biggest transformations.
One of the biggest transformations.
I know that you've also started a new course on community management, and all things are coming together now, and you're doing so much work here. What would be one of the transformations that you are most proud of?
Believing in yourself. First, you think, no, that's not for me. And with small steps, you start to feel like, I can do this.
Wow, that's such a big one. Yes, you can do this.
You have so much
experience there. You build something, so you're building something. And like you said before, maybe I'm sorry. Maybe I'm going. Maybe I'm going to say something else.
No, just go.
What I feel is, like you just shared. When things come to you, when you kind of open up to that, you dare to kind of lean in, or surrender sometimes. It does move towards you. And what I see in you now that you've grown that self-belief, it is growing stronger and stronger. And like you just shared, what could be helpful for others listening or watching. What is so helpful is while we're building our business, we have the vision for the coming 1, 2, or 5 years, or maybe 10 years. We're growing into that, and we shape it and we
growing into
twitch
that.
it a little along the way.
Twitch it a little
As
along
long
the
as you're
way.
going, and as long as you,
As
like
long
you
as you're
said,
going,
suddenly
and as long as you, like
your
you
agenda
said,
is booked,
your agenda is
um,
booked.
so you have enough income to kind of
You have enough income
building further on
building
the
further
mission you
on
have, right?
the
So
mission you have.
it is beautiful because
It
you're
is
you're
beautiful
so
because
aligned now. You know
you're so
you
aligned
know
now.
where
You
you're
know,
going, and
you know,
at the same time you have some
and then you have
projects.
some
You're building, you're growing your
building,
expertise, and
your
you're helping your clients. And
clients.
it is often.
You know, it is
Sometimes
often
clients ask me, but I know that I had these
sometimes clients
questions
ask me,
too.
but I know that I have these questions too.
Like, where do I start, and what project do I
Where do I
choose?
start, and what project do
There
I
are so many
choose?
things I like,
And there are so many
and
things I
where do I
like,
go?
where do I
And this is
go?
what I see you do now too. Like,
This is what I
when
see
you're
you do
aligned
now
with your
too.
own
Like
mission and
when
your
you're
why,
aligned with your own
and
mission,
you've
your
woken
why,
up to that, and you're listening to it, because
you're listening
also
to it,
a big part of that journey.
part of that journey.
I feel that when you dare to
feel
do
that
that,
when you dare,
you have that vision in your mind, you have it in your
vision
heart,
in your mind,
and
your heart,
you know where you're going. And it's
where you're
okay
going.
that sometimes there are extra projects
That
coming on. Sometimes I, even though I've built the online academy, and I do this one-on-one mentoring for 3 months and 6 months, and year programs with our clients.
Your programs with our
I
clients.
still sometimes, because I love to do it, and because it helps me on the journey and going forward, I sometimes do, for example, one-on-one healing sessions with people, or I love to do the guidance for kids and their parents sometimes. So I don't always do these anymore because I don't have to. But there are some of these projects that I love them. I do it with my heart. And this is kind of what I see you do too. You do these things with your heart, and in the same time you're growing into your dream and expanding that. So would you say, or what would you say to people if they would still be doubting to go and work with me or one-on-one, do the SPCS course or the mastermind? What would you say to people if they're doubting that?
Actually start to repeat your dream to yourself, and repeat what you really want to reach, and what you what are important things for you to reach in life. If you, for example, care for safety, or care for health, or care for, or really creative and want to do something with that, just look at opportunities. Try not to be too negative to yourself. Try to be kind and say, well, let's check if there are any possibility to do this. Instead of saying, no, I cannot do it. No, I just stay in my job. No, I go for the security. That's okay, but then you have to let it go, actually. If you keep reminding yourself to this dream you really want to reach, or really want to make work for you, then just do it.
Yes. Yes, I love that. Thank you so much for saying that. Just go for it, and just allow yourself to be kind to yourself, and kind of transform the negative thoughts into the where are the possibilities, and ask questions to open up the mind about it. Thank you for saying that here.
Kind of transform the negative thoughts into the.
What I would love to kind of move into a little bit, now that you shared so many gifts with me and with us and with listeners and watchers, just about you,
what I would love to
your
kind
vision, about your
a little bit,
things you help your clients
with me.
I think it's a true gift that you have, and that you are able to help your clients kind of
I think it's a true gift that you have.
Move between all the elements of their projects, right, and of the things that they do, and really help them
between all the elements, or
glue it all together, or at least you teach them how they can glue it themselves, and for a while you are the guy that is the glue, or at least maybe sometimes. So
teach them how they can glue it themselves.
What is it that you, from that experience, that you feel are really nice tools, or tips, tricks, resources?
What is it that you, from
help listeners, watchers, viewers on both your and my
are really tools
audiences,
or
what
tips,
would you say could be so helpful?
I think I started
help
everything. I started the whole journey by making a business plan, just
on both
seeing
your
what,
and my
actually seeing what's possible, and then
audiences? What would you
starting
say
to
could be
believe in
so
it, and just collecting the tools I really need and
I think I started
learning them to use really good, because and just leaving the tools that I didn't need at the moment a little bit behind, because
learning that
then you
so
can
I
focus on what you really need, and
did behind because
if there's
then you
something
can
that you can
focus
use
on what you
later, you
really
can also
need.
start with it later.
If there's
I hear
something
often that
that
people
you
buy
can
like
also
five,
start with
six,
it later.
seven
I
courses
hear
and
often
just doing
people
one.
buy like 5, 6, 7
And
courses
I
and
was
just do
actually
one.
keeping that in
And
mind.
I
So I
was
was like,
actually
oh, this course, I
keeping it
think I
in mind.
really,
And I was
really
like,
like to
no,
do that.
this
Do I
course
have
I think
the
you're really
space in
like
my
to do
head
that.
to do that?
Do I have
No.
space
Then I
in my
don't
head to do
need
that?
to do it at this
No,
time. So
I don't
actually really
to do it
carefully
at this time.
looking
So
at your
it's
time
really
and your
carefully
space in your head,
looking at
and
your
keeping
time and
also
your
time
space
for
in your head, and
things around your business.
also
So
time for things around you. So
your
you're
private life is also moving
life
on,
is also
and
moving on,
then you keep space in your head to do also
and you
things
space
that
in your
are
head to
just
do also
coming at that
things that
moment,
are
and
just coming at the
you
moment.
can still live your life. So being
You can
really
still live your life.
kind to yourself and your
Being
time,
really
not doing
kind
too
to
much.
yourself and your time. Not doing too much.
Yes, that's such an important,
Yes, that's
such an important.
such an important.
Well, it's almost, it's
Well,
not
it's
a.
almost
I could
another.
say, is it a resource?
Say, is
It
it a
is. It's
resource?
almost like a
It
life
is.
skill
It's
that
almost
you're
like a
helping
life
us
skill that
Yeah,
remind.
I think I
you
didn't
remind
use,
of.
I didn't really use
I
tools or
didn't really
resources. Just
tools or
listening to yourself and
resources.
saying,
Just listening to
actually,
yourself
every
and saying,
time,
actually,
do I need
every
this?
time,
Do
do
I
I
need
need
this?
this?
Do I need this right now? Do I
Do
have the
I need
space
this
in my
right
head to
now?
discover it? Do I have
Have
the
the space in
time
my head
to
to discover it? Do I have the
invest
time to
to make
invest
it
to
worthwhile?
make it worthwhile?
Yes, you're sharing with us
You're
something
sharing with us
maybe
something
even more valuable.
maybe even more
The
valuable.
questions that you can ask yourself,
Questions that you can ask
the
yourself.
love and the guidance that you're
The
actually
love
giving
and the guidance
yourself when
that
you
you're giving yourself
allow
when you
yourself to see,
allow yourself
to set yourself
to
up for
see,
success. It almost
to
sounds
set
like,
yourself up
right?
for success.
When we
It almost
sometimes
sounds,
take on all these
right?
projects,
When
well,
we
we don't have
sometimes
the
take on
time.
all these
We then
roles,
often
don't have the
feel like a
time,
failure if we
we
don't
then
do that.
often feel like failure if we don't do that.
So when you kind of allow
So
yourself to
when you
step
kind of allow
back
yourself
and really look,
to
okay,
step back
I
and
feel
really
connected
look,
to this
okay,
one, and I
feel
see I
connected
have
to this
time, and
one,
I just want
and
to
I
do
see
that
I have
first.
time,
And
and I
again, taking the baby
do
steps,
that
maybe
first,
in that
and
sense.
taking baby steps.
It feels like such an important life skill that you're sharing
It's
with
like
us,
such an
like
important life.
allowing yourself to set yourself up for
Allowing
success
yourself to set yourself
in that way that you kind of
in
allow
that
yourself
way
to,
that you
to really take the
allow
time
yourself
and book in
to
that
really take
time
the
for
time.
yourself. I think that's such a big gift
I
that
think
you're
that's
sharing.
such a big gift that you're sharing.
Yeah, thank
Yeah.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, dear.
Thank you so much.
Just for
dear.
one sec, I'm
Just
going
for
to
one
thank
sec,
everybody that has been
I'm gonna thank
hopped
everybody
on,
that
because
has
a lot of people have hopped on.
A lot of people
I
have
see Jess, Faden,
I see
Daisy, Manya, Babette.
Jaden,
Hey,
Daisy,
dear, great that you be
Babette,
here.
hey,
Tera,
dear, great to see
I think
Tera,
maybe Fabienne or
maybe Fabienne or
Erica. And Rupa, thank you
Erica.
so much, dears, for having
Rupa,
been
thank
here
you
with us. And
having been with us.
if anybody's watching that still
If
would like
anybody's
to ask
watching
a
that
question, feel
to
free
ask
to do that
questions,
down here in the chat box for Mariella or for me or for a comment in general. You are so welcome to do that. And we'll also be adding show notes in the podcast
in the podcast
on our socials,
on our
so that you can find important information back that has been shared.
that has been
And I also want to give you a bit of space, Mariella, to maybe share some things that you'd like to, that you think to maybe end today's talk with. And I'd also love to ask you if you want with sharing where people can find you, maybe your website or your socials. Would that be okay with you to dive into that?
Okay, yeah, well, actually, the biggest message I have is keep looking back sometime, and keep being actually a little bit careful with your time and what you take and what you take extra in your company. You have to work in your company, but also at your company, and
take extra and you come.
you have to take time for that too.
You have to work in your company.
And
That is,
just
Yes.
and just take
And
again,
just
just
take
look at your success and
look
just
at your
celebrate it a
success
little
and
bit
just
because
celebrate it a little bit.
nobody is doing this for you.
Nobody is doing this for
You
you.
have to do it for yourself.
You have to do it.
I'm grateful that you
I'm grateful
share
that you
this
that you
most
shared
important part.
the most important part.
Celebrate
Celebrate
successes, no
the
matter how
success,
small.
no matter how
The
small.
baby steps
The baby
are meant
steps
to
are
be
meant to be
celebrated.
celebrated.
I love that.
I love that.
Yes, you're
Yes,
so right about
you're
it.
so
How do you
right
do that?
about it.
How do you do
How do
celebration?
you do
Because for some of us,
For some of us,
one
you
of
know,
them that found it and sometimes still finds it hard to celebrate the smallest things. What are things that help you celebrate?
Well, actually, when you start to
Well,
when the month is coming to an end and you start to realize how many hours you worked and how many hours you
words and how many hours
and what you did for your own company and what you learned, and
what you learned,
then just start to look back and
and then
just
just start to look back and
say to yourself, okay,
say
now I deserve
now I deserve
taking a drink somewhere or go for a
taking a drink
coffee or
somewhere, or go for a coffee, or
go to the beach and
go to the
take a
beach
walk or
and
just
take a walk, or
enjoy
just
the kids and just take some
enjoy the
extra
kids
time
and
for
just
that.
take some extra time for
I
that.
love that so
I
much.
love that so much.
Yes, so
Yes, so
looking back at the end of the
looking back at
month,
the end of the
seeing
month,
how many
seeing
times
how
you
many
put
times you
in,
put in,
how many things
how
you've
many
done,
things you've
really
done, really
remembering
remembering
the good parts of
good
that month,
parts of that month,
and then
and
taking
then
yourself out
taking
for a
yourself
drink,
out for a drink,
coffee,
a
a walk
coffee,
on
a
the
walk
beach,
on the
or like you
beach,
said,
or like
sharing
you
time
said,
with your kids because
spending
you
time
love
with
them
the
so
kids.
much and you love
You love them
yourself
so
enough
much, and
to also take
you
that
love
time.
yourself
That's so
enough to
important.
also take that time. That's so important.
Thanks so much for sharing that. I
Thanks
love
so
that.
much for sharing
And
that.
I
I love that.
resonate with it.
And
We
I
took a
resonate
walk
with it.
last
We
Tuesday
took a
on the
walk last
beach,
Tuesday on the
went for a
beach,
lunch.
went for a
It was
lunch.
a great
It was
celebration.
a great celebration.
And
And
yeah, I'm so
I'm
grateful for
so
you
grateful
sharing
for
your
you
time
sharing
with
your
us,
time with
dear.
us.
I know you're a busy
I know you're a
mama,
busy mama,
and you're a
and
busy,
you're a
busy business babe,
business babe,
doing
doing
amazing,
amazing,
changing
changing
lives,
lives,
creating
creating
ripples
ripples
of
of
goodness.
goodness.
And I'm
And I'm
grateful that
grateful
you
that you
are
are
such
such
leaders
leaders
that dare
that
to
dare
step
to
up.
step up.
Because we need you,
We
woman.
need you, woman.
So thank you so much for doing
So
that.
thank you so
And
much for
thank
doing
you for
that.
today. Where can people find you?
Where can people find you?
What are your social media
What are your
or
social media
websites?
or websites?
I have a website. It's and
I have a
actually
website.
I can find anything on
You find
Instagram. I put the website also on. My company is Fixed by Marielle, so you can find me. If you look for that, you will find me. And just send me a message, and I will give you the website as well.
Right?
Yes,
Or .com.
.nl.
.nl. And
Your email
your
even
email
is
even
at
is
Fixed by Marielle.
Marielle.
You can find anything there, but you can also send me a
You can
message on
find
Insta,
me there.
and
Send me
I
a
will let
message
you know
on
everything you need to
Insta.
know.
I will let you know.
Nice. And your Insta.
Nice. And your Insta.
Here, of course, but people
Here,
listening to
of
the
course, but
podcast
people
Yeah.
might not be seeing it.
If you look for Fixed by Marielle and you type it all back to back, then you will find me.
Great. Fixed by Marielle.
Great.
Your
Fixed by
name,
Marielle.
your full name,
Your name.
Mariella Rijk.
Yes.
Mariella Rijk.
And, just to say that,
Just to
translated into
say that,
English means
translated
rich,
into English
and
means
that is the best name ever.
the best name ever.
So you'll find
So
Mariella
you'll find Mariella
by Marielle
Fixed by Marielle
on the socials.
on the socials.
We can find you on
We can find you
LinkedIn,
on LinkedIn,
Facebook, and
Yes,
Instagram.
but I
Right?
mostly use Instagram and LinkedIn.
Great.
Great.
Thank you for sharing that.
Thank you for sharing that.
Now
And
people
now people
can know their ways
can know
to
their
you.
ways.
And I'm grateful for your
And I'm
service
grateful
and
for
your
your
beautiful work and for your time here today.
for your time here
And
today.
is there anything,
And,
maybe a
is there
motto
anything,
or
maybe
something
a
that
motto
you
or
feel
something that you feel
that you want to
that you
end today's call with?
Hmm. No.
No.
I cannot think of it right now. No.
You shared so
You
much, dear.
shared so much, dear.
It is all good, and I just like to let people know that in the show notes you can find everything back that we shared today. There is there are a couple of spots opening up for our one-on-one mentoring. We open the doors twice a year for that. So we just closed our doors in January, and we open the new ones in the end of the summer. But there are some spots opening up for shorter guidance.
And
you are always welcome
you
to
are
do
always
the
welcome
Soulful Business Creation Secret course, and you find it on
course and
soulfulbusinesscreationsecrets.com/order SBCS
order
now.
SPCS now.
Or you can just contact
Or you
us on
can just
social media or answer us and find the links in the show notes below videos or podcasts. And I'm grateful that you've been here with us today. I'm grateful for your time, for you listening and making this world a better place. And thanks so much for now.
Thanks so much for now.
I'll be closing up the live, and I see you soon. See you soon.
Leuk.
Ja hoor. Ja, ik vind het wel een beetje eng, maar goed. Oké, je moet het even doen, denk ik. Even zien hoor. Ik denk dat het goed was. Ik weet het eigenlijk niet. Tot het geluid weer eens even aanzetten.
Koffie?
Ja, ik heb nog een beetje.
Je komt weer. Kijk. Bij Job is weg.
Oh, ik ben vastgelopen, zie ik.
Oh, even kijken hoor.
Slag maken. Slag naar je man.
Zorg het klaar. Even kijken of ik kan horen.
Dit is zo fix bij mij. Ja, de baas.